Welcome to today's session. We're going to do some blueberry popsicles, and this is through the Eat Well program sponsored by OSF Healthcare and in conjunction with a grant that we received from the Illinois Critical Access Hospital Network. My name is Jamie Wyatt, and I'm a registered dietitian for OSF Healthcare as well as a certified diabetes education specialist. So I'm going to talk briefly about blueberries and some of the benefits of that. And then Tina Canada, she will be coming on and showing us how to make these really delicious popsicles. So as far as blueberries go, they're not a lot of calories. About a cup of those is around 84 calories. So they're very low in calories. They do have 21 grams of carbohydrate, which is about 1 carbohydrate serving per cup. They have 4 grams of fiber, and then they provide 24% of the daily vitamin C just in 1 cup. So that's pretty good as far as vitamin C, and then also 36% for vitamin K of your whole needs for the day. So that's very good. Also high in potassium, 114 milligrams. So that's another good thing that's in there as far as different vitamins and minerals. And there's no sodium, of course, because blueberries don't have sodium. And some of the other health benefits, it's maintaining healthy bones, skin, blood pressure, heart health. So all those things are kind of because of the antioxidant properties that the blueberries have. They're providing you with some protected health benefits with cancer, with, like I said, the skin, healthy bones. And another good thing is they have a higher water content, so you're going to feel fuller with taking in less calories, which promotes satiety, which is that feeling of fullness that you get, which can help with weight loss, because if you feel full on fewer calories, then you're not as hungry to eat other things that may be higher in calories or higher in fat. For blueberries also, there's a lot of uses for it. We can put it on like our pancakes. We can add it to any kind of desserts. It makes a wonderful dessert. We can add it to salads. Mix it with some yogurt, make a smoothie, add it with some cereal. So those are just some of the many ways that we can use blueberries in our diet. So here in a second, we're gonna have Tina Canada come on, and she's gonna show us how to make some blueberry popsicles.
Hi, Jamie's already told you a lot of great things about blueberries, and today I'm gonna make some blueberry swirl popsicles. So these are 3 ingredients only, so they're really fast, they're really simple. Kids could help you work on these. I know growing up that my sisters and I loved to make and eat popsicles. Of course, that was a long time ago, and what we did was Kool-Aid, drink mix in the powder, and a cup of sugar, and we used about half the water that you would normally use when you're making it to drink. So we had some really high sugar cool treats. So our cool treats today are going to be a lot lower in sugar and a lot healthier for you. All we have are blueberries. You need 2 cups of blueberries, 2 cups of a vanilla Greek yogurt, and 2 tablespoons of honey. So everything's 2, just 3 ingredients and not much to remember. So we're actually going to put the blueberries into the food processor. We want them to be about like a smoothie, so we're gonna get them pretty well liquefied. It's not gonna take very long at all. So kids can put them in. Mom might wanna run the food processor. All right, so this is a nice smoothie consistency. And we're going to put our blueberries into the bowl. And then we're going to put in 2 cups of yogurt. So we're using vanilla yogurt. You could actually use any fruit that you wanted. I think strawberries or peaches work really well with this, or maybe mango. Vanilla yogurt works well with that. We want about 2 cups, and that's what's left in this container. You know, for peaches, if you're using that, peaches pair really well with raspberries, so that you might want to use a raspberry yogurt. Greek yogurt is going to be a better choice because it has more protein and less carbs in general. So we want to use that. And then we wanted to add 2 tablespoons of honey. And that's for sweetness. So fresh fruit can have some fruits a little sweeter than others. So you might want to taste it before you put these in your popsicle molds and see if it's as sweet as you want. Jamie and I made some yesterday, and 2 tablespoons of honey was just about the perfect amount. So, you know, the kids might like to do that, have a little taste while these are being mixed up to see if they're like they like as far as sweetness. Now, if you want to have your finished product look more like a tie-dye, then you don't want to stir it quite as much. You might want to leave it like this. But if you want it to be more consistent, then you're going to stir it around a lot more and get a more consistent color. That's all the ingredients. That's all the prep. So this doesn't take long, but when you freeze it, you're going to be freezing it for about 4 to 6 hours or overnight. So that's not an immediate treat. So we've got a mold here that we can put popsicles in. Now for 1/6 of this recipe is about 106 calories. So obviously with something like this mold, I have a much smaller amount. I probably would be able to get about 12 of those. And when you get a popsicle mold commercially, you're going to have a stick that goes with it. You can find these at many stores. Even Dollar Tree is going to have some popsicle molds, so they're not very expensive. But if you don't have one, you could use a Dixie cup or something like that and freeze it. If you do that, you want to go ahead and get it in the freezer and let it stay in there for about an hour to an hour and a half and let it set up a little bit, and then you can add like a popsicle stick in there so that you have a nice little stick to hold it with. But then when you're ready to eat it, it's easy to peel that cup off and just discard it. But if you're really eco-conscious and you really don't want to have that waste and you don't have a popsicle mold, you might try something like an ice cube tray. We can fill this up, and then you might use a toothpick instead of a larger popsicle stick. And again, you want it to be in there about an hour before you put those sticks in, because you want it to be able to stand up. If you put that in right away, in the mold, it kind of holds and it stays in the center, but otherwise your stick is going to fall over to the side. So we would just fill this up. We made some yesterday, and we had larger popsicle molds. And since they've been sitting out of the freezer, they're a little bit frosty, but you can't see that lovely purple color in there. But these were made yesterday, and this batch made 6 of these. So each one of these would be about 106 calories. And you can see we kind of mixed it like this. So an easy way to get these to unmold is to actually sit them under running water. So our demo kitchen doesn't have any running water. You want to put a little more water on there, and that'll get them to loosen up. So we might be able to get these out now and show you what a finished popsicle looks like. But these are going to be a cool treat on a hot day, and again, something simple, easy, healthy for your family. And you can use whatever fruit you have available. About 2 cups of fruit, 2 cups of yogurt, and 2 tablespoons of honey.